Okay, so let's see what chapter 11 has to say. Instructions for high capability practitioners of medium caliber. Yes, so we're still in the high. There's highest of the high. Now there's high of the medium. So this next teaching is for high capability practitioners of medium caliber. After completing the foundation practices, these people should reintroduce the nature of their minds by asking, "Where is my mind?" or "Who is meditating?" When you ask yourself one of these questions, there is no longer any subject or object. Subject and object are conceptions. I would say they're doings too. Yeah, you can notice those. So these questions immediately dissolve conceptions. You reach the answerless state. Everything is open. Now you meditate on that state, abiding naturally without changing a thing. Do not add conceptions. We sentient beings are deluded because we have added so many conceptions to our original nature. By adding conceptions and holding on to and analyzing those conceptions, delusion grows thicker and thicker. And by the way, yeah, that's you can watch your mind do that, elaborating and proliferating and creating a crappier situation for yourself, creating hate for others, creating divisions and boundaries and walls where there really aren't any. So the moment you reach the answerless state, all those conceptions vanish and delusion is gone. You have reached the natural state. You should rest right there. Yeah, remember, so that's a very simple instruction that this whole paragraph was just written about. It's just about looking back at saying, "Where's my mind?" And resting in that space that opens up when you ask that question. It's a kind of inquiry, right? Or who is the one thinking? We can become aware of awareness, and then who is the one aware? You may even bring the awareness behind the eyes and above the head, mingling with space. Lots of different ways that we can open that up. Well, that is a kind of pointing out. In fact, if you manage to look back at the one who's thinking or look for the mind and rest in that, then you're kind of pointing out to yourself, which I think is a topic that has come up here that I've never heard about. A phrase like that. It's pretty cool. People are pointing it out to themselves. Hmm. Does it make sense? Oh, was that addressing your question? Okay. All right. So it says resting in the natural state also means that you should not intentionally focus on anything. Focusing is duality. When you focus, you are recreating subject and object. Do not deliberately provoke thoughts of any kind. At the same time, when different thoughts arise by themselves, do not be distracted. Use mindfulness as a support and let them go. So, the key to keeping up this profound practice is to remain in the natural state without focus and without distraction. By the way, you can focus, I mean, you're going to be focusing on stuff. For example, if I turn and I focus on the lamp, but that was within my awareness. So, you may find yourself in that position where you are focusing, but noticing the focusing. And a lot of people will conflate focus with this awareness that we're talking about. But if you actually feel them out, two radically different things. So, Yeah, so it looks like it says, use mindfulness as a support is kind of, we're probably going to hear more about that. And that's why Buddha Shakyamuni taught that initially, like in the Satipatthana Sutta. And if you read books like The Relaxed Mind and many texts like by Thich Nhat Hanh and other teachers using the four foundations of mindfulness, um, this is really how it's introduced to people before they get to Dzogchen. Little do they know they're using the nature of their mind the whole time, or they're familiarizing. And then ideally, you've done enough mindfulness practice where somebody can introduce you to awareness itself as the nature of mind. It would be quite smooth that way. So, the key to keeping up this profound practice is to remain in the natural state without focus and distraction. For this reason, the great Dzogchen master Guru Shiwa said, I never meditated, but I never missed the point. So, when appearances come, that is, when perceptions or conceptions arise, they are meditation's display. Do not cling to them, but rather let them be what they are, natural, fleeting movements of the mind's great energy. Guru Shiva also said, I never found anything that needed to be structured by conceptions. When we are stable in this state, we will have no need to name, categorize, accept, or reject phenomenon. Free of these and all such fabrications, we simply abide in the original natural state. There is nothing else to meditate on. Again, before we begin this meditation, in order to ignite it, generate bodhicitta, and reflect on impermanence, we should also consider the special circumstances that connect us to this lineage teaching. We are among the luckiest people on earth. Not everyone has the opportunity, inclination, and capacity to practice Dzogchen. We have every reason to feel joy, appreciation, and gratitude. With these beautiful thoughts, invoke and receive the lineage blessings with devotion. Oh, what is that? Here's a Dzogchen song decoded from Thich Nhat Hanh's plan. Oh, very cool. Yes. Maybe we'll conclude, we'll read that at the conclusion of this one here, this paragraph. So, generating bodhicitta, reflecting on impermanence, and expressing gratitude and devotion are expressions of enlightened mind. They are the relative truth, uh, relative truth and absolute truth are a perfect unity. To accept one and reject the other is like accepting one of your eyes and rejecting the other. Also, it is incorrect to consider these foundation practices as mere prelude to real meditation. To highlight and cultivate these qualities with good concentration is actually excellent meditation practice and will sharpen the clarity aspect of your mind. So we begin with these foundation practices, do them well, and then, as the great master Aro taught, and as we just discussed, identify and abide in the natural state with no distractions and no focus for as long as you can. Following that, with great inspiration and bodhicitta, dedicate the merit for all living beings. This is the complete practice that encompasses all aspects of the true nature. Yeah, I want to say we always do the bodhicitta refuge through meditation, and we do the dedication too. So you do find that in this group. Okay, so I think we can one more paragraph here. So here the Aro teachings state that depending on your capabilities, if you practice continuously in this way for 1 week, 2 weeks, or for 1 month at the most, you will definitely get good realization.